Okay, y'all, buckle up because when it comes to the chaos that is Sexy Red, things just went from messy to international criminal messy. I'm talking global drama, legal issues, ST scandals, and a trip to Dubai that may go down as one of the most disrespectful PR stunts in recent celebrity history. This ain't just, oops, I said something wild on live. This is, maybe got arrested in the Middle East level of drama. From promoting lip gloss inspired by actual STs to farting on camera and twerking on million-dollar cars in a country where public behavior is taken very seriously, Sexy Red has officially crossed into uncharted territory. So today we're breaking it all the way down, from the ST allegations, to the lip gloss launch, to her chaotic Dubai getaway, and how this could all blow up in her face real soon. Let's get into it. So let's rewind the clock just a few weeks because this isn't the first time Sexy Red's name has been ringing through the gossip blogs for all the wrong reasons. It all started with some serious heat when one of Gucci third leg's alleged associates dropped a bombshell list on social media. A full-on spreadsheet of women that Gucci had allegedly slept with while knowingly carrying HSV2, aka herpes. And guess who was sitting pretty right at the top of that list? Yep, Sexy Red. Now let's be real. In the world of internet scandals, we've seen all kinds of crazy, but a public herpes roster? That was new. Naturally, people went wild. Twitter was on fire. TikTok was flooded with reactions. Sexy Red's name was trending for days. At first, she tried to shut it down. She went online, denied it, clapped back at some of the people making fun of her, the usual. But then, her baby daddy stepped in and dropped receipts that took the whole thing to another level. This man didn't just hint at it. He straight up accused Sexy Red of knowingly giving him herpes, and he did it with video evidence. He posted an actual call with her where he confronted her about hiding her status, lying for months, and exposing him without warning. His words, everybody getting burnt. And in that call, Sexy Red didn't sound like someone who was caught off guard. She sounded like someone who got caught in the act. She kept deflecting, couldn't give a straight answer, and honestly, she sounded guilty. Like, painfully guilty. It wasn't a good look. Not for her brand, not for her image, and definitely not for her health claims. Now, most people, after a scandal like that, would go into hiding, lay low, maybe release a Notes app apology and take a break. But not Sexy Red. Nope. She saw the drama, felt the flames, and threw gasoline on it. She turned the whole scandal into a business move because why not, right? She launched a lip gloss line. And here's the kicker. She named the glosses after sexually transmitted infections. I wish I was joking. There was nut, which she said is the color of, well, nut. There was gonorrhea, yellow discharge, brown juice, and even hole. She described the colors, the smells, the textures, which with full-on enthusiasm. Like this was the next Fenty drop. And y'all, it actually sold. The glosses sold fast. Some fans even praised her for thinking outside the box. They were calling her a marketing genius, saying she knew how to capitalize off controversy like no one else. But on the flip side, the backlash was just as strong. People were saying, this is disgusting. Kids look up to you, and this isn't edgy, it's disturbing. Even parents of her fans started chiming in, begging her to consider the influence she has. Some said her gloss line should come with condoms and educational pamphlets because it was giving high-risk behavior, glamorized. Even Charleston White jumped in and dragged her across the internet, calling her a contamination, a danger to young girls, and saying she was out here infecting the culture just like she was infecting people. And love him or hate him, the man had a point. Sexy Red was not just riding the controversy wave, she was steering the whole damn boat straight into iceberg territory. So after the ST rumors, the lip gloss line, and the internet dragging her back and forth, Sexy Red disappeared. For a minute, she went quiet, off the radar. People thought maybe she was reflecting, regrouping, or even planning a rebrand. But instead, Sis was planning a trip to Dubai, and not just a vacation, a full-on publicity stunt. She flew out with her squad, a crew of baddies ready to turn up, all supposedly to promote her new EP in Sexy We Trust. Now, I'll give her this. Not many artists think to go to Dubai to promote a record. That's bold. But the problem? Sexy didn't change her behavior to match the culture she just landed in. If anything, she turned it up. Loud in the streets, yelling in malls, twerking on luxury cars, stripping in hotel rooms, farting on camera, drinking in public. All things that might make you a viral moment in the US, but will definitely land you behind bars in Dubai. Let me remind y'all, Dubai is not the place to wild out. This is a country where you can get arrested for holding hands, where indecent exposure is taken seriously, and where public behavior is heavily monitored. Yet Sexy was out there like she was on spring break in Miami. She went live multiple times, showing herself drunk, rolling around in hotel beds, goofing off in strangers' luxury cars, and doing everything except respect the culture she was visiting. People started sounding the alarm immediately. Comments were flooding in like, "Girl, you better stop before you end up in a cell. You don't play with Dubai laws and cheating. And this ain't funny, this is dangerous." And then the reports started coming in. Dubai authorities had allegedly been alerted. Rumors flew that the police had come knocking at her hotel. Now, we don't have full confirmation on what happened next, but what we do know is that Sexyy Red stopped posting suddenly, and some sources claim she had to be talked down from a possible arrest. Whether that's true or not, one thing's clear, she definitely drew the wrong kind of attention overseas. So now the internet is sitting here asking, is this finally the wake-up call? Is Sexyy Red going to keep pushing the limits until something truly bad happens? Or will she actually pull back and regroup? Because let's be honest, you can only play the I'm wild and free card for so long before real consequences catch up to you. There are fans who are still riding for her, saying she's just being herself, that she's a marketing genius, that she's flipping controversy into cash. And maybe that's true, for now. But there's also a growing number of people, including some of her day one supporters, who are saying, "You've lost me." People are begging her to evolve, to grow up, to stop pushing boundaries just to stay in the headlines. Because eventually, that strategy always backfires. And here's the thing, Sexyy Red does have star power. She's loud, bold, unfiltered, and raw. That's what made people love her in the first place. But somewhere along the way, that rawness turned into recklessness. And when recklessness becomes your brand, it's only a matter of time before you self-destruct, publicly and permanently. So what do y'all think? Has Sexyy Red officially gone too far this time? Do you think she's facing real consequences in Dubai? Or will she slide out of this just like she slid out of the ST drama? Is she a misunderstood marketing genius? Or just spiraling with a camera in her hand? Let's talk about it in the comments. I really want to know where y'all stand on this one.